Wow, I really love that jacket. I love the color. That is such a trendy color. It's like a brown peach. I see it everywhere. I can't believe that bib overalls are back. I used to wear those in the 80s when I played music. It wasn't cool then, and it's not cool now. At least not for me. Now there's a look. You know, I always think dresses like that are so pretty, but, you know, they just sort of give me the creeps. Like if you were going to join a cult, this is the dress you'd buy.
I remember those days we were young and had nothing to do. I used to pick you up and drive to a place we could talk for hours. Sometimes we'd run out of words to say, but we didn't mind. 'Cause we could lay on the ground and just stare into each other's eyes. And I remember when you kissed me, I felt the taste of your lipstick, even the brand of your ripped jeans. I can still see it all. We ran on top of buildings, just like a scene from a movie, living our life on the edge, and we'd never trip and fall. We'd never trip and fall. We'd never trip and fall. Trip and fall.
Hey everybody, I am so happy to see you today. Thank you so much for coming back and seeing me and Desi. I so hope you had a good, safe week. And you know, I wanted to say a couple things about your comments on last week's video. Number one, thank you so much for noticing that I actually went to the salon and had my hair done. It's the first time in a year I've actually, had my hair done. And, I was doing okay doing my own hair until I wasn't. It's like I woke up one day and I was like, like a bleached blonde Jean Harlow. I couldn't believe it. But you guys were so sweet about it. But anyway, it's just wonderful to go to a salon again and just be, kind of full of hope, of what maybe this summer is going to bring. And the other thing I wanted to say is thank you so much for all your suggestions about the next movie for a look back at the movies. All the suggestions are wonderful. And so many movies I haven't seen. So this is great. But the number one movie that you want me to chat about is The Bridges of Madison County. And I saw that about 20 years ago, and I loved that film. I know it's a little controversial, to talk about that movie, but we gals can handle it here. And I want to find the perfect farmhouse and the perfect bridge, and maybe even get a couple actors and really do it up right. And I've lost about 6 pounds, and this is the first serious weight that I have lost in a couple years. And I just wanted to touch base a little bit and share with you what I have been doing. And it isn't so much what am I eating, but it's how I'm eating. And I totally changed that. So I think it's pretty much state of mind. I started out changing my thinking, as much as, I wanted that extra portion at dinner or lunch. I thought, I want something more than that. I want to feel good in my clothes. I love how clothes feel when they're just a little bit loose. I love how I feel when I feel I'm looking my best. And I also would like to see my grandchildren grow up. And I know if I'm lugging around 20, 30 extra pounds, I know that's hard on my heart. So some people might say, oh, well, it's all vanity. Well, not really. When you get older, it's not all about vanity. In fact, very little of it is vanity. It's that we want to have a healthy life. We have a lot of things we need to do. So I changed the way I started thinking about what I was doing. I was eating too much, and I was trying to comfort myself because I've been very lonely this last year, you know, and I feel like, you know, so what? Join the club. Everybody's been sort of lonely this last year. I wanted to share with you some things I picked up at the grocery store that have helped me sort of curb my appetite, and then also made me feel, you know, psychologically like, well, I'm not really dieting, am I? You know, in the morning I have my decaf coffee. And then I have my creamer that has no sugar in it. I know it sounds boring. Well, it is boring, but I like it. You know, that drinking coffee in the morning, I've done that forever. And so I didn't want to give that routine up. But I started these these are little protein bars. And it says, you know, oh, they're keto friendly. Well, you know, I'm not really doing keto. Not that I even know what keto is, but I'm not doing it. I'm not doing anything except what suits me, what makes me happy and feel fulfilled. You know, that everything is kind of firing on all cylinders. And that doesn't happen to me if I cut out all carbohydrates. I don't feel very sharp when I do that. In fact, I'm a nervous wreck if I get rid of all carbohydrates. So I kind of have done this diet kind of tailored to me, but I still wanted to show you what I've been doing. So these bars are wonderful. I have one in the morning with my coffee, and I have one at lunchtime. I have an apple and cheese and a power bar, so I have 2 of these a day. These are 90 calories, so I think that's pretty good. For dinner, I have whatever I want. If I want to have a macaroni bake, I'll have that. If I want to have a deluxe salad with shrimp and avocado with dressing, I'll have that. I mean, within reason, you know, but I have whatever I want for dinner. And that makes me feel great. You know, I mean, I don't know how many diets I've been on where, you know, you get your little lean cuisine portion or something and it's like, really? I have to eat cardboard? So this way, I can pretty much cook anything I want, or I just have fun. You know, I look forward to dinner. Dinner time is something where I can have something wonderful. And then I believe this is 80 calories. This is my dessert. This is a yogurt, a Greek yogurt. This is key lime. And I have mentioned before, I love the cocoa, hot chocolate, Greek yogurt, and strawberry. I love them all. They're so good. And it just, after dinner, it just feels like ice cream to me. So after dinner, you know, I usually watch a little television and have fun with Desi. And then I go in and, you know, I edit for a long time. And I'm usually up pretty late. And I don't tell myself I'm not going to eat after my dinner. But I really don't eat much after my dinner at all. So it's kind of like the intermittent fasting. However, I kind of put a twist on that too. I mean, I chew my sugarless gum, which kills my appetite. An hour before bed, I will have 2 or 3 ounces of red wine for my heart and my sanity. And sometimes if I'm really hungry before I go to bed, I'll have, you know, a couple slices of Colby cheese. I will have a soda cracker if my stomach is a little upset. But so there's no strict rules. But I have been dropping 2.5, 3 pounds, I don't know, a week. I mean, I'm doing great. And I just say that because I haven't done great in so long. But I honestly think maybe the only thing I truly changed was my attitude. So yeah, I wanted to share these things with you just in case something I just said might click with you.
Desi, what's wrong? Are you watching that squirrel out there again? Oh my. When you're stressed, you eat. Maybe all creatures do. You know, I buy a couple of these a week. This is a vegetable medley,
And I have it for lunch with an apple and some assorted cheeses that I love. I usually make a little tuna and cheese salad that I can eat in the afternoon that is no carbohydrates. And my very favorite water is, I love this water. This is Splash and it's lemon. And I just love it. And I drink probably 4 or 5 of these a day. So I get a lot of water. This is a macaroni bake that I made, and this is so good. This is a pretty big portion. This is for my dinner tonight. So, and there are carbohydrates in this, but I am losing weight faster now than when I totally cut out carbohydrates, and I don't get it. But the only time I have carbohydrates is at dinner time. And then for dessert, I will have one of these yummy yogurts. This is a Greek yogurt by Light and Fit. I believe this is only 80 calories. And you know, I love my apples. I always make sure that I have an apple at lunchtime with cheese. It's very good for my stomach, and I feel like it's really, really healthy. You know, I just love these Protein 1 Power Bars. And I like this particular one. It's keto friendly. It's only 90 calories. I have one in the morning and one with my lunch. And it does seem to kill my appetite, so I am all in. You know, another thing I wanted to mention is a few times a week I'll have a few pieces of Australian licorice at night. And if you have acid reflux, sometimes that will make you feel like you have something stuck in your throat, or you know, you'll just kind of have a sore throat. So black licorice promotes oils in your throat and your esophagus, so this really helps. So this is kind of a nice broadcaster's trick. The fashion trends are so fun this year and so distinctive. And when I'm walking through Target, it is so fun because I'm seeing all these puffy sleeves, and you know, I'm seeing these really cool jeans that remind me of when I was 15 years old and I could just button them up. And anyway, I had a blast. So I want to show you what I got. And first off, I want to start out with these shoes. Now, I can no longer wear high heels. That's just well, I can't. I want to be in shoes where I can run. There you go. Anyway, I have never seen these lovely, you know, styled sandals in like a 1.5-inch block heel like this. I can walk in these. These are comfortable. The next pair of sandals I actually got off of Amazon. Look at these. I wanted a couple red pairs of sandals in my wardrobe, and I also wanted a couple blue, and I've never had that before. So look at the heel on this. This is great, you know, for a walk in Desi. I feel this is so comfortable for my arch, but they're just so fashionable and easy to walk in, so I love them. You know, Amazon is a hit or miss for me, but these are hits, and I'm going to go back and get a blue pair. All right, I want to show you my new spring clothes, and I want to start out with one of the hottest items like flying out of the store of every Target, and that is this amazing New Day white blouse. It is so on trend. The material, the puffy sleeves are just absolutely gorgeous, but what makes this white blouse so beautiful is the way it flows and moves when you're moving, and it looks high-end. I mean, when you walk into a party with this white blouse, yeah, people think, wow, what'd she pay for that? Like $300? It looks that high-end. I've seen it on a few creators here on YouTube, and they look gorgeous in it. And I knew I had to have it when I saw that. So I did get to my Target, and they actually did have it. So I want to show you what it looks like on, but this is it. It is just a beautiful, beautiful white blouse, accordion sleeves. Another really popular trend is that burnt orange, burnt peach. You know, that color is just so cool. And I don't have anything in my wardrobe like that. I do have a couple skirts that have peach flowers in them, but I don't have any peach tops. And then I saw this one and I fell in love with it. This again is by New Day at Target. It's very retro. It has those crazy sleeves, but I just think it's just so cute. It's so light, it's so cheerful, it's ageless. I don't think anybody would say, oh, she's too old to be wearing that. And if they did say that, well, they can go jump off a bridge. I don't care. I loved it, and I want to show you what it looks like on.
I used to pick you up and drive to a place we could talk for hours. Sometimes we'd run out of words to say, but we didn't mind. 'Cause we could lay on the ground and just stare into each other's eyes. And I remember when you kissed me, I felt the taste of your lipstick, even the breath of your ripped jeans. I can still see.
Next top I got at Target. I fell in love with it as soon as I saw it. It was very 1950s retro. It had the turquoise and the white and the tan. And I actually, I did size down, but it actually is cut very large. So, it is just a tad too big on me now. But I still love it and I can always belt it. But it's the perfect top for spring and summer. But isn't this cool? I want to show you what this looks like on. As their dresses are at Target this year, that's how good their universal thread jeans are. They are so good. And they are flying out the door. Everybody is raving about how these jeans look, how they are stretchy, how they feel. They're so comfortable. They wash up great, and they button up. They don't zip up. They button up. A lot of them, are high-waisted. Anyway, these are the ones I got, and I love them. These buttons that button up, I just love it. And I tell you, when I got home and I was standing in front of the mirror and I was buttoning up these jeans, I did flashback to 1971 and trying on, jeans for my mama, and I would button them up and she'd say, oh, honey, they look so nice on you. It's a very, very pretty, and again, boho, but a very pretty, just kind of a swishy top, like, hi, everybody, it's Woodstock, and I'm here. I know. But there was something like when I first got it, I didn't really care for it. It's so pretty. It has embroidery on it. I love this company. I believe this is Full of Grace, and I have several tops from this company. But when I first got it, it was too big for me, and I was kind of cranky about it, and I didn't read the washing directions, and you're not supposed to put it in the washing machine, but I did. So I discovered my mistake. I took it out of the washing machine, and I thought, is that gonna fit me? It actually did. It fit me. I let it air dry and then I tried it on and it fit perfectly. So the last thing I got at Nordstrom's was just a very pretty kind of pinky peach wrap blouse. And I used to have a wrap dress a lot like this in the 80s, and I liked it, and I thought, there's no embellishment. There's a lot of room for a lot of swoosh to it. Looks wonderful. It would look wonderful under a blazer, white or navy or black, but just an overall wonderful piece to have in your wardrobe. So I did grab it up. It was on sale. I will link it below. Hopefully it's still there. You know, Nordstrom's, you show it on Wednesday, and by Wednesday night they're all sold out. But yeah, I really love that one. Mama was always 100 pounds overweight. She was only like 5'2" and 250 pounds for most of her life after I was born. And there was a time period when I was about 16 that my mama went from 250 pounds to 130 pounds. Now you can imagine what she went through losing all that weight. I was so proud of her. It was so exciting to see her, start to love clothes and start to feel, that new confidence she had. And, she had never worn a pair of pants in her entire life because her mother told her, in high school when she was getting to be a chubby girl, as her mother said, don't ever wear pants because it makes you look even bigger than you are. So my mother was never allowed to wear pants. So consequently, she never did own a pair of pants, but she always admired my figure in my pants when I was a teenager. Long story short, too late. After Mama lost all that weight, she asked if she could try on one of my pairs of pants, and she loved my black trousers most of all. She loved the black pants with a white blouse and then a beautiful pastel cardigan. She loved that look, but she could never wear it. But she tried on my pants, and they fit. I cried. I cried to see her looking at herself in the mirror. Her happiness was unbelievable. And she walked over to the living room and she sat down in my pants, and she looked terrific in them. She had tucked her little dress in like it was a blouse, and she looked so pretty. And she sat down in her chair and she sobbed. She didn't cry, she sobbed. And I cried with her. And those are the memories that I will have the rest of my life. And maybe I didn't struggle with my weight in my lifetime, like so many women have. But I do know what it's like. I do know what it's like to feel that other people are judging you. And sometimes other women can be very harsh at times. But that day I will always remember. And my mother raised me to be proud of who I am no matter what. And I know being a woman and being a mature woman is not easy. But maybe it doesn't have to be as hard as our society makes it. So I wanted to do this today. I love you so much, and I know your heart. And it doesn't matter what I weigh. I know this to be true. I could go and show you my new jeans and my new little top and it would be fine. Because we understand each other. And I tell you, no man I ever met in my whole life kicked me out of bed because I was 30 pounds over what Vogue magazine thought was hot and cool. And I'm sure you have the same stories. It's a myth. It's a myth that we have to be perfect. And I don't want it. I don't want to have any part of that. And neither do you. Hey everybody, thank you so much for hanging out with us today. I loved every second of it. I always do. And down below, if you have any dieting tips or anything that you have discovered about looking our best, drop it in the comments if you have time. And also, Desi is loving his bark box. That is such a cute little service. So I'm having a good time with that. I think I'm having a better time with it than Desi is. But please have yourself a wonderful brand new week. And when you're done with your week, please come back and see me and Desi, okay? All right, it's a deal. We'll be here.
I remember those days we were young and had nothing to do. I used to pick you up and drive to a place we could talk for hours. Sometimes we'd run out of words to say, but we didn't mind. 'Cause we could lay on the ground and just stare into each other's eyes. And I remember when you kissed me, I felt the taste of your lipstick